So guys, today we are taking a look at outcome practice to see if you can determine what's happening to your ball flight. So guys, we're having a look this morning at how I am going to be able to control my club path and club face relationship while trying to hit some couple of draws and fades. I'm out here just to see what's happening to the ball flight, start of the season, and this is outcome practice. I want to know what area I'm struggling with, if it's the draw or the fade, which one of the two factors is it the path I can't control well enough or the club face to get that ball being able to move back to the target, okay? So, got this stick here. Is he aiming a little right, okay, because I'm going to hit a draw first of all, because obviously if I want to hit a draw, I need the ball to start to the right of the target, and then I've obviously got to have the path aimed further to the right to get that ball to be able to move back. I've got my stick out there, which is on the target line, and the aim is I'm going to try and get the ball to start to the right of that stick. When I hit that shot in a moment, we're going to then be able to see what element it is that's made the ball either not curve back, curve too much, or maybe I get lucky and hit a good shot. Okay, so let's see what happens. So first off, I'm just going to get set up here. So the club face is just pointing to the right of the target over there. I always have my stance a little bit open for me. I just find it a lot easier to clear my lower body. But to make sure I hit the draw, my shoulders must be a little bit more closed. What else I'll do is I'll just pull the ball very slightly back in the stance. So I'm hitting that ball slightly earlier in the circle, which will mean that the path's just coming a fraction more from the inside. So, got myself set up here, got that club face just slightly to the right of the target. Okay, so I'm seeing where that starting line is going to be. So we'll see what happens now with this golf shot. Now that started to the left of that stick and then drew. So my path was great, but the club face was closed. So that's obviously gonna go left side of the green or even miss the green. So that's not good enough, okay? So straight away, I know that my path was probably pretty good there, but the club face problem was that it was way closed coming in. So at least I now have a starting point for the next shot to say, why did it go so far left, okay? So I know that the face had to be left because I couldn't even get it to start to the right of a stick that's 8 to 10 feet in front of me. I managed to start it on it or maybe even left of it. So it wasn't, so that was a big problem. Now, for knowing my swing now, what could have caused that to happen is then individual to all of you. So for my golf swing, I know that if the ball starts too far left, I've generally just tilted a little bit forwards this way, which is then going to shut the club face down in that transition. So I've come from the inside, but I've slightly leant on it, which has closed the face down a little early. So I'm going to try and correct that now in this next swing because I know what my tendencies are for my game. So you guys need to know what your tendencies are that create those faults, okay? So I know that the ball started left, so the face was closed, but what caused it to be closed was the upper body leaning forwards. So if we get another golf ball set up right here, okay, so I'm going to try and get this one to start to the right and get that little bit of draw coming back. So once again, got that club face open, okay, I'm going to get the ball back, get everything kind of squared out a little right here, and try and hit that little draw this time. That will actually end up being a really good shot. It's moved about 1, maximum 2 yards in the air. Started just to the right of the stick and finished on my target line. Really happy with that. Had a really tight little draw, but I was able to determine what caused that shot. Okay, so the idea was I knew what created the fault, so if I want to hit fades, I can then work it out the other way. I was working at that draw this morning, don't want to hit a big draw, want it really tight. That was ideal, and I was able to fix the swing fault by knowing what the start line was and what caused that ball to start offline for my own individual tendencies. So guys, you could see there that my own individual tendencies, I was able to know what causes my golf swing to create the ball flights it does, knowing what happens in your golf swing to determine your swing faults relative to ball flight, relative to start line, is dead important. So I hope you got a lot out of this video. Let us know what you'd like to see going into the season, what videos you'd like us to create for you. Hopefully we get a day where it's not as windy as today, but we thought today was absolutely ideal to get this ready for the start of the season. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and talk with you again very soon.